My boss fired me for stealing, so I let the audit destroy his company. Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's story is about workplace betrayal, manipulation, and what happens when someone tries to blame the wrong employee to save themselves. This isn't a revenge story where someone screams or quits dramatically. This is the kind where patience does all the work. And by the time the truth comes out, it's already too late. Alright, here we go. I'm 28F, and this happened about 2 years ago. I worked as an accounts assistant for a mid-sized logistics company. Nothing glamorous, invoices, payroll entries, expense tracking. I actually liked the job. It was quiet, predictable, and my boss, Mark, seemed supportive at first. He hired me straight out of college and told me, "We're like family here." Looking back, that should have been my first warning. Mark wasn't openly mean. He was charismatic, the kind of manager who joked with executives and remembered everyone's birthday. But he had one habit. Nothing was ever his fault. Late shipment, warehouse mistake, budget issue, accounting delay, client complaint, admin miscommunication. And slowly, I noticed something else. Whenever something went wrong, he needed someone to blame publicly, usually the newest employee. After 6 months, he started giving me more responsibilities. Vendor payments, reimbursement approvals, access to internal finance software. I asked HR if this came with a title change. They said Mark approved it verbally but hadn't submitted paperwork yet. He told me, "Don't worry, promotion is coming." It never did, but the workload doubled. One afternoon, I noticed an expense reimbursement flagged as urgent, $4,800. Category, client development, attached receipt, a luxury hotel, weekend stay, 2 guests. I assumed it was executive travel and approved it. But the client name field was blank. When I asked Mark, he laughed. Executive meeting, confidential. That answer sat wrong with me. So I started paying closer attention. Over the next few months, more hotel expenses, high-end restaurant bills, electronics purchases labeled office equipment, all approved directly by Mark. All routed through accounting, meaning my login processed them. Technically, I wasn't authorizing spending, but my account created the record trail. I brought it up again. He said, "You're thinking too small. Leadership expenses look different." I felt embarrassed for questioning him, so I stopped asking, but I started saving copies, just in case. I didn't know why yet. Just a feeling. One Monday morning, HR asked me to come into a meeting room. Mark was already there, so was a regional director. The atmosphere felt cold immediately. HR slid a printed report across the table. Unauthorized expenses. Fraud investigation. My login attached to dozens of transactions. My stomach dropped. I tried explaining that Mark approved everything. He leaned back and said, "I trusted her to follow policy." That sentence changed everything. He was blaming me. They suspended me immediately, laptop taken, access revoked. 2 days later, I was fired for financial misconduct. No warning, no internal investigation with my input, just gone. I went home numb. I kept replaying the meeting in my head. I almost believed it was my fault, until I opened my personal backup folder and remembered something important. Every suspicious expense had email confirmation from him. I could have moved on, found another job, pretended it never happened, but the termination letter mentioned possible legal action. That meant my career could be permanently damaged. So I contacted an employment lawyer. I showed her everything. Emails, screenshots, approval messages, expense timelines. She went quiet for a long time, then said, "They didn't just fire you. They made you the fall person." My lawyer filed a wrongful termination claim, which triggered something unexpected: a mandatory external audit. Apparently, accusing an employee of financial misconduct requires verification. Auditors requested full expense records. Not just mine. Everyone's. Especially management. Mark suddenly started emailing me. Apologies, misunderstandings, offers to settle privately. I didn't respond. My lawyer told me not to. So I watched quietly. The audit lasted 6 weeks. Then rumors started spreading through former coworkers. Executives were furious. Expenses tied to Mark totaled over $300,000, personal vacations, gifts, private events, all disguised as company development costs. And because he routed everything through junior staff accounts, he thought he'd never be traced directly. Except audits follow approval chains, not just logins. He resigned before termination. But it didn't stop there. The company reported the fraud. My termination was officially reversed. HR issued a written apology. They offered my job back. I declined. Instead, I accepted a settlement, enough to pay off my student loans. And the best part? The audit cleared my professional record completely. The accusation that almost destroyed my career ended up proving my integrity. I work at a different company now. Better pay, better leadership, and one strict personal rule. If something feels wrong at work, document everything, because the people who say we're family here are often the first to protect themselves. If you were in my position, would you have fought back? Or walked away? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoy long Reddit workplace drama stories, subscribe for more. See you in the next one.